Blue and red lights painted the lake like broken candy canes, and you just know a night's about to go sideways when that's what you see out your window. The water was calm, crickets chirping their little hearts out, and then, here comes a police cruiser rolling to a stop at the end of my gravel drive, busting the quiet wide open. Karen was already on a tear, pointing so hard from her porch I thought her elbow might pop, yelling, "Officer, that's him. Get this man out of our community home. He's trespassing after the HOA vote." Yeah, that happened. I stood on my dock, hands up, trying to look harmless, the moon above me like a silver coin tossed on black velvet. Neighbors peeking out in pajamas, because in Lake Silver Pine, if a dog barks or a kid finds a turtle, the whole street wants in. But tonight, it was Karen's screech and the flashing lights that had them gathering. The first cop, Brooks, tall and square-jawed with that careful look people get when they're worried the ice might crack under their feet, shined his flashlight my way. "Sir, I need you up from the dock." Karen was right beside him, waving her phone like a director on set. Officer Hale, the second cop, was checking my mailbox number, 117 Cedar Bend, looking over the little cabin I'd just spent months fixing up. Fresh oatmeal paint, porch swing, the flag lily made me hang just right, all that. Karen was casting spells with her voice. "You're violating community rules. Boats, fences, paint color, occupancy. You think rules don't apply to you? That dock is HOA property. You don't even belong there." She flicked her eyes at my daughter's nightlight glowing upstairs, and something in me went ice cold. My dog Baxter, golden mutt with a floppy ear, stayed pressed to my leg. Brooks kept his voice measured. "We got a call about a disturbance and a possible trespass. Let's sort it out." I said sure, but I'm not moving out of my own house, and Karen laughed like I'd just told her the moon was made of cheese. "Your house isn't yours if the HOA says you broke the rules. That dock is for the community. Your boat's the wrong color. Mailbox is too tall. Ivy's invasive. We fined you. You ignored it all." The neighbors were lining up, their faces washed in the lights. Mr. Jenkins, socks with sandals, Nora with her robe clutched, Mike and Sarah side by side, whispering. It felt like being on trial. Officer Hale asked Karen for eviction paperwork, court orders, something real. Karen rattled a stack of HOA minutes and violation photos, thrusting them at Brooks. He asked for my ID, which I gave, and then, carefully, we stepped up the drive, away from the crowd, the lights, the water. Karen tried to block me with her glare, telling me never to set foot on the path again. "Ma'am, let's keep it civil," Hale said, voice low. I told the officers. I bought this place fair, pay my mortgage, my taxes, followed the rules. He built that dock without approval, added a mailbox, who knows what for, sneaking in occupants. The HOA decided his renovation is a nuisance. He's out. Karen was foaming. Brooks cut in. "Let's slow down. Sir, do you have proof this is your dock?" That word, proof, hung there, heavy as an anchor. I knew I had the deed, the survey, a lawyer's letter in the kitchen drawer, but Karen had ignored every email. "Officer," I said, picking my words, "I can get you documents, but first, I need you to look down." I brushed aside some pine straw, revealing a metal survey pin. Brooks leaned in, Karen's face twisted. "He planted that," she shrieked. "He's tricky." "Ma'am," Hale warned, and I kept my voice steady. "I'll show you the rest of the pins, the map, whatever you need. But I am not trespassing. No eviction. Let's not make a mistake none of us can walk back." The second cruiser's door popped, and Sergeant DeMarco stepped into the light. A big guy with kind eyes, the kind of man who could carry a piano but always asks for help. He took it all in, then nodded. "Go get your documents," he told me. "Officer Hale will go with you." Karen tried to protest, but DeMarco cut her off. "Tonight, you do as we say." Her face flickered. Then she tried to smile for the neighbors like this was just a party. Baxter followed us to the porch, the night thick and tense as storm air. Inside, I grabbed the envelope from the drawer, deed, survey, a letter about the dock dating to the 1970s, grandfathered in. Lily was asleep, her braid on the pillow, a book open next to her. None of this her fault. We came back out. DeMarco read the papers by flashlight, brows knitting. "Some of this might not be what you think," he told Karen. "No, we voted. We have rules," she barked back. "Not if it breaks the law, ma'am," DeMarco said, and the crowd stirred. My chest loosened, Just a little. DeMarco said. Brooks will document the call. Hale will take photos. I'll call the county clerk for boundaries. We're keeping this peaceful. Karen fired up her phone, streaming to whoever would watch. We will not be intimidated, she yelled. A kid's voice piped up. Mom, what's happening? A boy in dinosaur pajamas, clutching his mom. I waved at him, and inside, I thought of Lily, how fear shouts and kindness whispers, how loud things drown out the soft. Brooks told me, stay off the dock and path until we confirm. I agreed, but Karen twisted it. See? He knows he's wrong. It's fair while we check. That's not the same, ma'am. DeMarco cut in. That's enough. The night held its breath, stars overhead, crickets starting back up, a dog barking across the lake. Officer, I said, I moved here for this lake, to feel small in a good way, to rinse off hard days. I want to be a good neighbor. I fixed Jenkins's mower, the kid's library box. I'll follow the real rules, just not ones invented to push me out for painting my porch old oatmeal. Mike laughed. Even DeMarco cracked a smile. Karen didn't. Then, snap, a metallic noise by the new gate Karen installed. A hooded figure, bolt cutters in hand, froze in the flashlight's glare. Karen screamed, "Vandal!" The kid bolted, the officers chased. My heart dropped. It was Tyler, Karen's nephew. For a heartbeat, nobody moved. Karen's voice cracked. "What are you doing?" Tyler, pale, stammered. "The lock jammed. I was trying to fix it." DeMarco barked. "You cut it wide open." Karen lunged. "He's just a boy. He doesn't know better." "He's 17, Hale shot back. "Old enough to know bolt cutters don't fix locks." Neighbors started to whisper, the air thick with doubt. Brooks cuffed Tyler gently. Karen wailed. "You did this. You brought the police to my door." "No, Karen. You did, when you lied." Then a loud crack. With splintering, the bolt cutters fell into the dark water. The dock sagged. Tyler nearly went in. The officers yanked him back. Karen shrieked. "See? That dock's a danger to everyone." But Hale snapped. "Your nephew almost fell because he was tampering, not because of repairs." DeMarco listed the issues. Trespassing, lock tampering, the dock's condition. Karen pressed. "He doesn't belong here. He endangers us." I gripped the deed. "I bought this place fair. The dock's on my parcel. Karen's after me for paint. Mailbox. Wildflowers Lily planted." Nora piped up. "The flowers are beautiful." Karen snarled. "They attract bees. Liability." Jenkins laughed. "Everything's a liability to you, Karen." The neighbors actually chuckled. DeMarco called the clerk. Brooks took Tyler to the cruiser, and I caught the kid's eye. Fear and shame mixed up in his face. Then, as calm tried to settle, a cry. "Help. Somebody help." A young man, bleeding from the arm, stumbled into view. Blood dripping, shirt torn, face pale. He attacked me, came out of nowhere. The neighbors buzzed. Baxter barked. Lily's light glowed in her window. DeMarco moved fast. "Brooks, medkit. Hale, secure the area." Karen shrieked. "This is all because of him," pointing at me again. "Karen, I don't know this man." I said. "The kid said he'd been attacked on the path, said a big guy in a hoodie tried to grab him." Knife flashed. But something felt off. The shirt looked torn old, not fresh. When questioned, the injured kid glanced at Karen before answering. And Karen was suddenly way too eager, insisting. "See, this is what happens when people don't follow rules." DeMarco ordered. "Let the medics work. This is an assault now." EMTs took the guy. "Daniel," he said. Karen tried to follow. "He's part of our community." But I'd never seen him in my life. The EMT shut her down. "Only family." That detail stuck with me. Why was Karen so invested? DeMarco said, "Anyone with cameras, bring footage." I realized my porch cam might have caught something. Hale followed me inside. I scrolled the footage. Daniel waited in the shadows. Karen appeared, signaling him to start the show. Hale saw it too. That doesn't look good for her. Karen had staged the whole thing. The storm raged, rain pounding the roof. We brought the flash drive to DeMarco, played it in his cruiser. "Well, that changes the game," he muttered. "Fraud, false report, obstruction at minimum," Hale said. DeMarco eyed Karen. She was still defiant, arms crossed, but the mask was slipping. Then, movement at the tree line. That same broad-shouldered figure, watching. I shouted. Officers spun flashlights, but he was gone. Brooks radioed. "Tire tracks on Route 9, someone had a ride." DeMarco locked eyes with Karen. We need to talk. She tried to laugh it off, but I snapped. You staged an attack, dragged a stranger here, lied to the police. Neighbors gasped from behind doors, listening in the storm. Did you coordinate with Daniel? DeMarco pressed. Karen's voice shook. I did what I had to do. If we don't fight for order, we lose everything. Then she dropped her voice, dark and low. Don't think I'm the only one who feels this way. The tension snapped as a gunshot echoed from Route 9. Real, heavy, unmistakable. Neighbors screamed. Porch lights popped on. People ducked for cover. DeMarco roared. Everyone down. Hale's flashlight sliced the dark. Karen clutched Tyler. Suddenly, just another scared neighbor. Baxter barked wild. My chest seized up, rain blurring everything. Then, movement by the dock. That same figure gliding through the storm, gun in hand. Another shot. Splinters flew from the dock post. Shots fired. DeMarco called. Officer needs backup. This wasn't an HOA spat anymore. It was war. Get your daughter inside. DeMarco ordered, and I ran, heart pounding for Lily. But Karen just whispered, if he's here, it means, and Tyler finished for her. It's Uncle Ray, Karen's brother, out of prison for armed robbery. The real secret, Ray had hidden the money from that job near the lake. Karen had run the HOA like a fortress to keep anyone from finding it. Brooks radioed. SUV parked just beyond the tree line. Engine hot. Someone inside. Then, footsteps. Raymond Carter stepped from the woods. Huge. Rain slick. Pistol flashing. Karen screamed. Ray, don't. But he locked eyes with DeMarco. I want what's mine. He gestured at me. You, come help me dig. DeMarco squared up. You're not touching him, Ray. Lightning cracked. The standoff so thick you could feel it in your teeth. Ex-con with a gun. Cop with a badge. Karen sobbing. Tyler shaking. And me stuck dead center. Ray lifted his pistol. And in that last split second before the world exploded, I thought, this is what happens when secrets get buried and power gets desperate. Everything comes up in the storm. Where are you watching from? Because this fight, trust me, isn't over yet. And if you've ever dealt with neighbors, HOAs, or secrets that refuse to stay buried, drop your take below. Who's really to blame when a neighborhood turns into a battlefield? Justice, rules, or something Messier hiding underneath? Let's hear it.